Hey, what's up everybody? This is David Jagno from the Koalition.com, and I'm here bringing you a little bit of gameplay along with some commentary of Antichamber, which is a first-person puzzle game for the PC. You can download it now on Steam. And once you boot up the game, this is the menu you're presented with. The time remaining will be more for you whenever you first turn on the game. I'm in the middle of one of my playthroughs, so the time's counting down right now. That does have some effect on gameplay, but you'll experience that more when you play it. This is really just to show you some of the puzzles and the type of gameplay you can expect with Antichamber. There's not a traditional menu system. Instead, everything's just in the game world itself. As you can see, you can examine all the controls, change the stuff here, turn off the music, turn it on, invert the mouse, which, oh, I shouldn't have clicked that one, okay. But yeah, see, there's all the controls here. It's fairly self-explanatory as far as the controls go. As you play through, you'll unlock these little tips and paintings that you find on the walls. I'll show you these whenever I get to them. Over here is the map of rooms that I've discovered on this playthrough. And we'll just go here to one of the first ones. You just click on it and it travels you directly here. I have this little gun thing that I've discovered. You won't discover this for a while. You might not even find it on your first playthrough, but it lets you do a few more puzzle solving things. And so here you can see the game kind of, for lack of a better term, sort of taunts you or hints at what you're supposed to do and encourages you to figure it out for yourself. It doesn't hold your hand in any way. It's very much a game about not only exploring the game world, but also exploring yourself, I would say. And I think it does what it tries to do very well. It's a very immersive experience. So here you can see it's telling me to walk with a question mark. But there's a giant gap, so you're asking yourself, why would I walk? Well, if you trust the game, it creates a walkway for you. And as you can see, there is something down there. So maybe you want to go run down there and see what that is, or drop down. Well, you can do that too. And see, so the whole game is just constantly evolving, basically. So now I'm in a totally different area. And if you look over here, I jumped off. You know, it's got a little image showing what I did. But failing to succeed does not mean failing to progress. So the game continues to go. It's a game about experimentation. You're not supposed to always do what looks obvious, or sometimes you are. So here's another really one of my favorite parts. This is another part near the beginning. Okay, so this you'll come across right here. Some paths are clearer than others. And the choice does not matter if the outcome is the same. And it may be as simple as going left or right. So here you can see the blue stairs go up, red stairs go down. So I go up the blue stairs, and I'm right back where I started. Go down the red stairs, and I'm right back where I started. So you're wondering, okay, well, which way do I go? There's one other choice that you might have forgotten about, though. What happens if we turn around and go back? We're in a different room. When you return to where you have been, things aren't always as remembered. So the entire game is basically full of mind-boggling choices and puzzles like this. And so, I mean, you really just have to kind of play this game and experience it for yourself. The game kind of teaches you as you go along. See these little subtle tips here, like see these red wires here? You can tell just by watching that door that that's what they do. And see, some choices leave us running around a lot without really getting anywhere. See, now it's telling me to hit escape, so I can go back to the start. And it sends you right back here to this room. Now if I go back to that original room, I probably go ahead here and cross. So taking the first step can be harder than the rest of the challenge. Now I have to make a choice. Which way should I go? There is a stairway. We often fall into things when we least expect. I actually don't think I've seen this part in this playthrough yet, so this is going to be a little bit of a new experience. Small steps can take you great distances. Okay, I definitely remember this part. And these are little elevators, and check out what you can do with this. Nifty, nifty. See, this device lets me take these squares, and then I can then use them to create little blocks in different areas. They can be used to create bridges. You can use them to do all sorts of stuff, really. Alright, now let's go check out some of the other pretty cool puzzles. Let's see. This one's really fun. I like this one a lot. This one I totally figured out completely by accident. Okay, you'll see this door here. Whenever you look at it, is when it drops down. So what you have to do is pass through it going backwards. Nifty, nifty, huh? This is probably the coolest room in the game, in my opinion. And here this clock spells out life. But then if we look here at these boxes, each side of the box has something different inside of it. And a lot of it is pretty trippy. I'm not saying I've done acid, but if I were to do acid and play this game, I think my head might explode. That's kind of the feeling I get when I play this. Especially whenever you look at stuff like this. It's pretty mind-bending. And the cool thing about this room is, the more you explore these boxes, the more you'll start to realize stuff. For example, they all look like they just have different pieces of art in them, different designs, crazy cool stuff. But this one actually has a gateway to an entirely new room. Isn't that crazy? Okay, I'm not going to show you that part right now. I'm going to take you up here and show you this part because it's pretty awesome. Probably one of my favorite puzzles. It's not even that difficult. I just figured it out and I thought it was really cool. See, the whole room is red, right? Everything's red. Everything's, red. But if you press up against it, it'll change the room. And you get stuff like this. Press up against it again, and you get a blue room. Press up against it again, and you get a red room. And the trick is to make it fill your entire field of vision. If I'm just looking at it like this, then it doesn't work. But if you press up against it, then it works. And boom. Alright, well there you go. That's a little glimpse into the gameplay of Antichamber. I definitely recommend you check this game out. Keep an eye out for our review on the site. It should be up very soon. I will link that down in the description of this video below. But until then, just stay tuned on Koalition for the latest previews, reviews, and gameplay of all the best games. Thanks.